Welcome to Venusian Soul Tarot. Today I'm back with a timeless pick a card reading, and it's going to be magic coming towards you. So I want you to cast your gaze over the cards and ask your higher self which card has a message for you. We have pile number 1, pile 2, pile 3, and pile 4. If you need to pause the video to meditate further, please do so. But for those of you who are ready, let's get started. Hi Group 1. So for magic coming your way, I feel like there's some sort of darkness that you've overcome or you are overcoming. Now this could be like darkness within yourself or darkness within like the past with the Ten of Wands, because the Devil and the Ten of Wands, I keep hearing triumph or there's just a really strong energy of overcoming, but I do feel it's more of an internal energy, like something that you carried with yourself, or it could have been a past situation that left an imprint, right? And it's that energy of finally resolving some of these feelings and energies, especially around self, I'm hearing. With wisdom of the divine feminine, I just heard wounding to the feminine. So it could have been wounding to the emotional body. It could have been wounding as well around your self-image, your self-concept, and that's really changing. But it's like you're coming into a time, I'm getting very strong rebirth energy. And there's a sense of, I just heard seeing yourself with new eyes and seeing yourself in a new light. And because you are seeing and experiencing yourself and your world differently, it's like there's these new pathways or avenues that are opening up to you that were not accessible previously. The Hermit and the Five of Swords, it's like you had to kind of go through this spiritual process, this rebirth, this transformation internally. And there's definitely something to do with confidence or how you envision yourself lifting and rising to the point that you now feel either capable of something or you're aligned to it internally. And it's like, had you taken or tried to take this route previously, it wouldn't have been successful or it wouldn't have panned out because of, again, self-perception, but the frequency you were in. And with this Queen of Coins, obviously I have to cover this card, but with this, this looks like an egg to me next to the Pentacle. It's making me think of like a golden egg or a golden opportunity, specifically in the realm of career, business, creative ideas, like running full steam ahead with this chariot towards something new in that avenue. I also feel there's an energy like I'm hearing, I can see clearly now the rain is gone, but look at this, the eyes on this woman. It's like she can see straight through, they're piercing. So there's something here around clarity. Like now you can see the path ahead. You can see the pitfalls. There were obstacles previously that could have been clouding your vision or literally clouding your way. And it's like the path is being cleared and now you can progress and move ahead. Yeah, it's like they're showing me someone clearing their mind and cleansing their mind, the emotional body, and now it's reflected in the physical world where things are being cleared, energies are more accessible to you that weren't previously. And what it is, they're showing me also, like an aeroplane or a plane and flight when it goes through turbulence, where it's kind of like rocky and you don't know, it's not smooth sailing, right? And then you pass through that turbulence and then it's like nice and seamless. That's what I'm getting. Now, I'm not saying there won't be any challenges on your path, but there is a sense of smooth sailing. It's like you've weathered the storms. Again, I feel like they're showing me the storm though was a pocket of energy within yourself that, yes, could have originated or derived from the past. I also think with strength here, there was an energy of needing to develop certain abilities or attributes or energies within yourself first to be able to bring something into fruition, to be able to, I just heard master something, but I feel for many of you, it is in the realm of career, finances, abundance, creativity. It could even be, I just heard for some of you, it could be self-employment as well, but there's something, about having the confidence and the even foresight. Like you have such clear vision now, it's really obvious what you need to do next. And it could be as well like you weren't able to hear or discern the guidance from spirit as clearly, because there were energies that were coming up for you for, I just heard purging, but purification. This could have been really intense for you, this Scorpio full moon from a couple weeks ago. I am filming this, to be fair, on the Taurus new moon, but I just feel like that Scorpio full moon could have brought up a lot of intense energies, especially about how you felt toward yourself, or certain energies you internalize from the past, from past connections, childhood. Like, I'm just getting it. It's like a full release where you're letting go of all of those energies. Anything that was a burden to you energetically, I just feel is not coming. You're not taking it with you. You're just shedding all of that energy. And your first card is guidance. Inner compass, support, trust your guidance. I know we have the Four of Wands here, but it's like having that stable foundation, feeling really grounded and centered within yourself, having that loving inner space or inner energy and foundation. Yeah, it's like your whole, for some of you, you may have experienced almost like an ego death, or you shed so much conditioning or pain from the past that when you look at yourself now, it's no longer clouded. That's what I'm seeing. It's like there could have been all this fog of what you were holding internally. And now when you look in the mirror, you can see your potential, your gifts. For some of you, your beauty. What I'm talking about is a complete shift in your self-concept, your image. And it's like everything around you is changing, or people and situations are reacting differently to you because your energy and your vision has changed so much. You also have fire and water sitting above the devil. Yeah, look at the volcano. So again, we get that energetic release and a lot of energies coming to the surface. Stillness amidst turmoil, feel emotional integration. Yeah, like I just keep hearing you just weathered a storm, but it was like an emotional, energetic storm. And it's like you're coming out of it, but there could have been a lot of heavy emotions with the devil and inner, when I say inner darkness, it's emotions that have been repressed, right? Like, or low vibrational emotions that have been repressed, or it's almost like shadow work where you're kind of diving into those depths so you can release them with your consciousness, your awareness. And I feel like you're reaching that point now where it's like, okay, like I've released all this energy. You may be feeling like really clear and cleansed and a lot lighter is also what I'm feeling. Okay, you have ritual and ceremony, new spirit guides, tree wisdom, and you have it sitting above this tree with this skull. So for some of you, you literally have a new spirit guide, but I'm also getting this as a new path. You could have a new spirit guide that's kind of helping you with a new direction, because I am feeling very strongly that for many of you, it's like there's a new journey or new pathway opening up for you. I'm seeing, I just saw in my mind's eye, we do have 9-9 here, but I was seeing 9-9-9. So you may be seeing that too, but it's like a cycle has completely closed out. And I feel like this was a difficult cycle, or this was like a karmic cycle or pattern. For some of you, this has extended back for like lifetimes. This isn't just, healing or clearing energies from the past in this lifetime. It's multiple. I also feel for this group, it's like you've reached a level of elevation in terms of your consciousness well beyond what you have experienced previously. And it's creating a lot of change in terms of, number one, how you feel about yourself, how you see yourself, even the path ahead, how you see your path moving forward. I just see there's a lot more, you're more so in alignment with truth. I feel like you're literally going to be glowing as well. Like you may receive a lot of compliments around your appearance, because I'm seeing like this golden aura around her head. And there's something around like people, you're illuminated, right? Like you're showing up as the fullest version of yourself and authentically, but it's like it makes you shine differently. You may have people as well comment that you're very different, or there's something, have you changed something about you? For some of you, you may literally be prompted to change, something with your aesthetic, or for some of you, literally your hair, but there's a sense of, I don't know, it's like people will be reacting differently to you, or will feel very differently around you because of this energy shift. And you have Pixie helpers and green adventuring. The color green and just being in nature could be really soothing to you as well. Not all wanderers are lost. Clearing the way, luck, opportunity. That's the magic. There's definitely an opportunity, or, you know, if there's been a venture, a job, a project that you've been waiting for the green light for, now is the time. Like, now you get that green light. The path is clear. You know, smooth roads ahead. Yes, there may be some challenges or obstacles, but I still feel like it's like ready to go. You also have duality, balance needed, but I feel like you've attained this balance within yourself. You also have here 555. So again, change is coming. And it's like how you blend it together. Again, I'm hearing integration, and we have emotional integration here. This isn't just though integrating masculine and feminine. I feel like this is also integrating, you know, mind and emotion, or integrating the past finally, where it's not, with that 10 of Wands, like we can carry around the past and it's like, you know, like heavy luggage, like a burden, right? And it's like you've integrated the lesson or the wisdom, but you're not carrying the past anymore. It's like the memories or the specifics or the people or the experiences, you're shedding that completely. It's not going to come. Yeah, and look, you have literally air, fly free, above strength. And it's like you've become, Spirit is saying, your highest version. It's like this is how you had to show up to have that success. And with that strength card, there could have been literal attributes that you needed to develop within yourself to be able to take this path. But I keep getting like with fly free here in this bird, there's a sense of release. There's a sense of, I just specifically karmic release, but it's like you've broken chain. For some of you, you've broken, you know, ancestral patterns or patterns in terms of your soul's evolution, especially like things that you weren't able to break free of. And the fact it's air element, I do feel, yes, there's some healing emotionally, but it's like they keep showing me, it's like your lens has completely shifted. It's like you're using a new lens and you can finally, and before it was all clouded and you couldn't see yourself correctly, or you couldn't see your path, your potential, your beauty, your divinity with the clarity that you needed to be able to move ahead and attract in the abundance and success and fulfillment that you were after. And it's like now you've like cleansed, you've wiped that glass, you've cleansed it, you can see through. And it's, you may want to, I don't know what the spiritual significance is of a skull, but you had a skull with that 10 of Wands. So you may want to search that. But for me, it can obviously resonate with, you know, death, rebirth, or metaphorical death, rebirth, transformation. Look, clarity, divine healing, high vibrational energy. Because you have weathered the storm, transmuted these energies and raised your vibration, now you can see the path clearly ahead. If this hermit had tried to venture on this divine path earlier, and again, it's, I feel for many of you, it's definitely related to like career, work, life purpose, abundance, but had you tried to walk earlier on this path, it would have ended up this way. It wasn't time, and there were energies that had to be energies, thoughts, beliefs, and old emotions that had to be transmuted and released and purified first before you could either walk this path or have success on this path. And it's like now that you've gone through the process, you've done this inner work and healing, and you've gone through a level of transformation, now the timing is right, or now, you know, you can have full confidence in your abilities. Your last card, Chamber of the Violet Flame, karmic release, radical transformation. That's pretty much what we've been talking about this whole time. Some of you may have been working with the Violet Flame to transmute some of these energies, but I just heard transformation and transmutation complete. Now, I'm not saying you won't have periods or cycles of needing to transform in the future. You very well may, but there was a big chunk of either karma or repressed emotional energies that was released, I feel, specifically around this Scorpio full moon, but it could have been, you know, over several weeks, because I'm getting like an after effect as well. But there was really intense emotions or energies that you may not have even been aware were buried within. And it's like it was distorting your view I'm hearing of yourself, and because that was distorted, it was making it difficult to move ahead on your journey and your life path. And it's like now there's like this open, they're showing me like an open road. The sun is high in the sky. You can see every step moving forward. And there's a sense of like trust, divine support. If you felt in the past, like, why is life and spirit working against me? Or why, if this is my path, why are there not, opportunities or luck or blessings showing up? And spirit is saying it will happen now because the timing is right and you've come into full energetic alignment. So that's all I have for you. I hope this reading resonates and I hope you have a beautiful day. Hi, group 2. So I feel for this group, the magic coming towards you specifically is more beauty and harmony, especially harmony in connections. There's a sense of like, I don't know how to explain it, like peace, love. Like I'm getting like a beautiful, for example, some of you may be literally beautifying your environment. Like I'm seeing like interior design, or, you may be surrounding yourself with really nurturing, beautiful things, loving connection. That's what I'm getting. It's like, and it's funny, we have here this number 6. And we also have 6 here with the lovers, 6 of swords. So you have 666. But again, it's like this beautiful, I don't know how to explain it. It's like harmony, grace, like nurturing energy, right? Like home and hearth, family, connection. That's what's being emphasized here. Especially for those of you who have been in, I'm hearing like connections or situations that were quite like potentially toxic, or just especially the relationship sector, right? Because I'm seeing with the 2 of Cups, we have the 5 of Cups, 5 of Pentacles to get here. And this can be for me like disappointments in love or connections, friendships, betrayals, abandonment, like a lot of knocks when it comes to your bonds with others, your connections with others. And it could be, for some of you, I do feel it's specifically around like romantic love or romantic connections, but it could have extended to like friends, family, co-workers. I just see difficult connections, right? And it's like now feeling safe as well. When I think of home, I think of like comfort, safety. Again, I keep hearing the phrase harmony, peace restored as well. So peace of mind is coming as well. Like I just feel there's this gorgeous, graceful energy. And I just had the nectar of life. Like, I don't know, like you're going to be feeling, when things calm down, or you've, gone through hurdles, knocks, difficulties, whether this be difficult connections or circumstances, and then you're like, oh, like I can finally breathe. I can be in the present moment. I can experience and enjoy life as it comes to me. There's an energy here of being far more grounded and centered. And it's like you're going to feel really held by the universe, by spirit, by the divine, especially if you've been in an energy or you've had experiences where that wasn't the case. I also am feeling like a really gentle energy, like your experiences are going to be more gentle when it comes to like your emotional well-being, or when it comes to, I keep hearing like nurturing, comfort, soothing energy. So you may have a lot of downtime as well for just relaxation, meditation. I'm seeing someone as well like have a bubble bath, because some of this beauty, I know I mentioned beautifying your home, but some of you may literally be like beautifying yourself. I'm getting like self-care, like having a massage, having a bubble bath, cooking, beautiful meals. There's a really strong Venusian energy here. Some of you may be doing this with another person as well, because I just feel there's a lot of golden energy around your relationship sector, around connection. And I feel some of you have had really harsh lessons when it comes to just relationships in general. Like I feel for this group, you may be kind of like hopeless romantics, or you have a really beautiful, loving heart and soul. And you may have, gone through experiences where you're really trying to pour that love, pour that energy into other people or into someone else. But I feel like it may not have, there could have been an element of you needing to learn lessons around self-care, self-love, self-worth first before attracting this Two of Cups. There could have been a need for, you know, to hold that energy within rather than pouring into everyone and everything else, and really mastering that. I also feel, and again, so those of you who are, some of you may already be in this loving, beautiful union or connection. For those of you who are single and haven't met this person, that's the magic. Like, fine, it's like meeting, they're showing me someone kissing frogs, right? Like, it's like going through all these like karmic situations or lessons. And then it's like, oh, finally, like the one who is aligned, where it's like harmonious right off the bat, where it's, I'm not saying harmonious like, oh, there's never a disagreement, but there's a sense of like a lot of unity, flow, compatibility because of the amount of self-love that both people have fostered internally. And it's like that cup now overflows, but you're not like just pouring all your cups into someone, if that makes sense. Very balanced. Yeah, and that's the other phrase I just heard was balance. For those of you where things have been a struggle, or you had to put a lot of effort in to make, like a lot of effort into relationships, a lot of effort into finances, like you're going to feel like almost carried by life where things, and I'm not saying, you know, you won't have to take action, but there's a sense of not needing to force anything. Yeah, very strong water energy here. Some of you could literally be water signs as well, or have water prominent in the chart. But again, water element ties back to that divine feminine energy, and I'm getting sacral chakra energy. Yeah, I also hear like roses could be significant because the name rose, or there's something about rose. Is it like rose essences or something about the scent? I just keep being drawn back to the rose. But it's like as well, you blooming, you coming into full bloom in terms of your own energy, in terms of your own vibration. Okay, your first oracle card, Akashic Stargate, aligned with purpose, crossroads, no wrong path, and the Lovers. It's like the divine is guiding you, and it's like you're coming toward that rainbow. You're coming toward the outcome you've wanted or sought. For some of you, I do feel it's a relationship, or it's like a state of being in your life where you're like, oh, like I've arrived, I can relax. That's what I'm getting. Or I finally have time to just get back to self, be in this beautiful, harmonious energy. And I feel they keep showing me your awareness and consciousness fully anchored in the present moment. Whereas if in the past, you know, you had energies that were a little tumultuous or things going on where it's like, I'm having trouble grounding myself or grounding my energy. I see that shifting as well, where you feel really anchored in the present. You know, your mind is still, there's more stillness, there's immense gratitude as well. And you have Earth Star activation, anchoring, grounding action, Isis energy. I keep getting like family, you know, love, connection, home and hearth. There's your connections, your family, your home environment, they're all being highlighted, as well as self-care. Some of you may be working with like anchoring and grounded action with this Earth Star. Some of you could literally be working with some sort of grounding technique that is helping you to feel much more balanced or much more harmonious within yourself. And that's also creating this shift and creating this change. Some of you as well have a strong connection to Isis. For this group, you have a high level of embodiment of divine feminine energy, irrespective of gender. Like there's a sense of, I don't know. When I think of the rose, I do think of that, but there's, I don't know, you may, I'm getting like the divine mother or that archetype where it's like just so nurturing. It's beautiful energy. You have peace beyond survival. Yeah, there's definitely peace coming here. Master number 11, peacemaker through inner peace, resolving ancient splits. And again, I feel like there's certain things or a way of being that you've laid to rest. Like if in the past, your energy was more, you know, go, 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 or you felt like you had to push ahead to make things happen, or you couldn't just surrender into the moment, that's changing as well. I see the way that you're moving through the world is becoming a lot more balanced. I also feel this inner harmony you may have been nurturing or cultivating within yourself for quite some time. And that's why it kind of overflows and spills into your relationship sector. And again, people may find you like the most beautiful or perfect embodiment of, you know, divine feminine grace, right? That beautiful flow state. And you also have here heart of ascension, expansion, love for all, playfulness, release the past. Yeah, you definitely let go of the past. And we have the Eight of Wands beneath that. And it's like your heart is restored, I'm hearing, with heart of ascension. You learned the lessons, you healed yourself. And it's like that's what's creating as well these changes in the physical. I'm just hearing your life is either really beautiful or about to become very beautiful. And you may experience a level of love and divine beauty and grace that you could have been searching for quite some time, because I feel like your soul has that blueprint or that energy within, but it may not have been fully manifesting in the physical yet. Look, you have Jade and Pink Lotus, sink into silence, reflection, tranquility. Yeah, I'm getting like peace, serenity, tranquility, flow state, beautiful loving energies. But some of you could have been working through or transmuting these energies through some sort of meditation or mindfulness practice. And it's like you've reached a level of mastery in your energy field and spiritual practice where it's starting to overflow and show up in the world. Well, when I say show up in the world, also show up energetically and then overflow into the world. But it's like when people are around you, you may have the capacity to help them still their mind or quieten their mind. Look, candle, quartz, and bleeding heart. Some of you could have had a tendency to also attract, I just heard like those who were wounded or needed healing. With the Five of Pentacles, it's like you may have at times taken on connections or relationships out of that capacity to pour love or help them. Whereas it's like you kind of may have brought your energy back to self or realize, okay, I need to pour love into self. And it's like then you attract in balanced union or balanced connections in general. We have show yourself, vulnerability, self-worth, feminine healing. Yep. And some of these situations, though, I do feel were a lesson in self-love, self-worth, in you honoring yourself. Because obviously loving someone else at the expense of yourself or your own well-being is not really loving, right? Because it's not loving to you. So I feel like through some of these experiences or these lessons, you now understand the vastest experience of love, where it's not, you know, there's no codependency, right? Like it's being completely fulfilled within self and then some of that overflow coming back. Yeah, look, this card summarizes, look, you literally have the rose, inner heart, and you have love, relationships, and harmony. Harmony is definitely your key word, and you have a 6. Oh my God. But that's what I'm seeing, definite, and it's sitting above the 2 of Cups. So definite blessings around connection and your relationships. And things really blooming, like it's like coming into full alignment, coming into this period where everything starts to fall into place. Some of you could have had as well a dream for a beautiful, harmonious connection or family or home life or some sort of situation around that. And it's like, oh, like finally, like not the fruits of your labor as such, but you may literally be seeing how your relationship with yourself has shifted and translated into these beautiful changes and the shift in terms of how you experience connection especially, but changes in the outside world, in the physical world. And your last card was codependency, key to freedom. And what's unlocked this pathway for you is you healing. Number one, you healing codependency, yes, but it's like also this energy of you healing. It could have been, when I see the trees and the roots, it makes me think of patterns in love, like ancestral patterns or things that you've witnessed in either your family or the society around you, the world around you, around love and relationships. Like you could have had to work through a lot of illusions or distortions around even the divine feminine, like the objectification, the emphasis on with vulnerability, self-worth, and feminine healing, right? It's loving yourself and having that beauty shine from the inside out. And that doesn't mean, obviously, there's an element of self-care and expressing yourself in a way that feels right for you, but you could have worked through toxic beliefs around, you know, love, attraction, relationships. And again, this is irrespective of gender. There could have been a lot of distortion around what true love actually is, right? What it looks like. And it's like you reach the soul and you are able to love from that place of unconditional love. Because when we attach, obviously, love or any type of condition to it, whether it's based on status, anything in the physical, right? It's ego attachment. It's not coming from the soul, unconditional love. It's conditional love. So you could have had to work through certain ideas or beliefs that society, you know, give us around, you know, regardless of which gender, around how to attract love or what love is or these things. And it's like you reach the truest source of love within self, and then it's reflected in the physical. Yeah, because for some of you, I feel like this is a whole process or journey around self-love, around understanding the nature of love and healthy union and connections, healthy, perhaps friendships, family dynamics. And it's like, now it's all coming into alignment. And I do feel you may have reached a point in terms of how you see yourself. Like, it's almost like a journey where you may have not recognized your own beauty, your own grace, your own divinity, and you've reached that point, or you're really feeling that now, and it's like it's reflected in the world. So that's all I have for you. I hope this reading resonates, and I hope you have a beautiful day. Hi, group 3. I feel like the magic coming towards you. I'm hearing, isn't there a saying like, in order to master the world, you have to master yourself, right? And I feel for this group, you've reached a level of self-mastery, but it's also, it could be spiritual mastery, like on your spiritual path. But I do believe that, and I just heard the phrase, when the student becomes the teacher. So for some of you, there could be an element of graduating spiritually in terms of your inner work, your self-mastery into a new level of being and existence. And it's going to show up and be reflected in the physical. Because with Page of Wands, the Magician, and the Six of Wands, I keep seeing you being elevated. I just heard anointed. So even like, they're showing me someone being spiritually crowned. So I'm not sure. Some of this is coming, I feel, from a more spiritual, energetic viewpoint, but I do feel it is and can translate in the physical as well. It's like from your elevation, spiritually and energetically, there's new levels of success, abundance, stature that you can reach because you're showing up in such a, I want to say, profound vibration. This group, I do feel some of you may really be dedicated to your spiritual path, your personal growth. I'm seeing a lot of spiritual practices, like it could be yoga, meditation, mindfulness. Like I'm just seeing someone that's really mastering self. You could even, you know, be connected to a particular tradition, like, or tradition or religion, like Buddhism, or I don't know, they could be like, I'm hearing like Kriya yoga or some form of yogic, yoga or meditation practice just keeps coming up for me. But there's something about really being, elevating yourself, but being elevated to the next level. And again, I keep seeing being crowned, or maybe you're ready to lead or teach something as well, to offer something in the physical from the fruits of what you've cultivated within yourself. And that smoky quartz, again, that purification. So there were energies, I feel, that you may have needed to work with, or you may have needed to heal and clear within yourself, especially with this Three of Swords as well. But it's like, it could have been like a situation, you know, when you go through, say, a painful childhood or like a particular breakup, and then it's like it completely initiates you onto a new journey. It's like that pain was a catalyst for this. And it's like you may not at first have realized where that was leading you, but it completely took you onto a new path. And it's like Spirit is saying that situation was almost the making of you, in the sense I mean, a lot of people could have gone through that situation and not all of them would have taken the higher path, right? Like they may have just stayed in that energy, or they may not have chosen to transmute it. But for you, it was the making of this journey in the sense that it was the catalyst, it was the trigger point, right? And it could have been that you came to a personal growth or spiritual path kind of not accidentally, but kind of because you were trying to alleviate this pain, right? And then as you worked through it, it kept unfolding, you kept learning, growing more, and it fully led you onto your purpose. Or I should say, it fully aligned you with your highest self. But there's something around you graduating or reaching this energetic point where it's like, now you're ready, is what I'm hearing. It's like all that work, all that meditate. And when I say work, I really feel for many of you, it's inner work. I don't feel like this is necessarily just physical stuff. I feel like it's meditation, yoga. There's some sort of practice or something, or a level of ascension, a level of awakening that has ushered you into this next cycle or chapter, or currently is ushering you into this cycle and chapter. And I feel for this group as well, like there's almost a level of congratulations. Some of you are literally channeling higher beings, right? Whether that be your spirit guides, star beings, like you're working with, some of you, I just heard archangels as well. I heard Archangel Raphael, Michael, is it Sandalphon? But I feel like some of you are kind of really able, because you've ascended to this level or you've graduated spiritually, it's like you're able to access those higher dimensions, or you are able to hear spirit in those higher dimensions more effortlessly than you could previously. It's like you've dissolved. They're showing me someone like dissolving their conditioning, or for some of you, it's like the dissolution of the ego, where you're able to live again, more so from the higher self or from these higher frequencies without getting trapped in, I don't want to say the mundane, but kind of in the material senses. For this, I'm getting like Eastern spiritual practices, right? But I can't list them all because I'm not aware of them all. But yeah, like certain yogic practices, meditation, like I'm seeing someone really perfecting this. Some of you may teach this, or there's something that you're sharing about either your journey, healing, a certain practice that you teach. Like this for me could be like someone that's a master of a particular practice. Okay, so the first oracle, we have higher heart activation, dropping shields, divine love, your heart is healed. With the Three of Swords, this is what I was talking about. It's like the thorn in your heart, the situation that put that thorn there initiated you into divine love, right? Because in the process of trying to heal that or to remove that thorn, you went within and you connected with something greater than yourself. It also makes me think of like a Rumi poem. Or was it Rumi or Khalil? It's either Rumi or Khalil Gibran. But that's what I'm getting, because I think they have ones around like the rose and the thorn. I can't remember which one though, but there's a sense here of, yeah, like they're saying what looked like something that looked and was potentially quite negative or painful or triggered this suffering it's like it drew out that scent of that rose, right? It's like it unfurled you bloomed from it. And again, not everyone who has a particular experience will take that path, but it initiated, and it could have been like a loss of a physical connection or person, but then it's like you tapped into the divine, the vast love. It's like going from personal love, and more conditional love, which, whenever it's attached to a label, there's conditions around it, right? And it's like instead of just having intense love for one individual, you cracked your heart open, where it's like now you have intense love for, the world, animals, this type of impersonal love, right? It's making me think of that scene in Eat, Pray, Love, where I can't remember his name. When she was at that meditation retreat, he said something like about her capacity. Maybe she has the capacity and her heart is big enough to love the whole world, and that's the point, or something. I can't remember the exact scene, but that's what I'm getting. It's like being cracked open, spiritually speaking. And it's like almost having to sacrifice. I don't really see it as a sacrifice, but in a sense, it could be seen as to sacrifice a union or a connection on a personal level to access this vast array of love. Okay, you have stellar gateway activation, infinite potential manifestation vortex. You've tapped into some sort of portal, like a new path or new portals have opened up to you. Your potential has elevated with this energetic shift because of the changes you've made. And if you're not seeing success now with the Magician of the Six of Wands, that's part of the magic as well. Like you're going to literally see, oh, like as within, so without. Like that is true. I can see now as I've elevated, as I've grown, how this ties into, you know, the physical world, my physical experience in the world. It's like I don't know how to explain it. It's like how you connect with life and people and situations is so different now. It's like I keep saying like impersonal, like it may be as well, like you're not really identifying or connecting so much as like a physical being, right? Like you're connecting as pure consciousness, which, you know, ultimately does involve the disillusion of the ego. Like your energy is very expansive is what I'm trying to say. And you can have a lot of experiences of that or glimpses of that with intense meditation, where it's like the boundaries between everything starts to dissolve. That's what I'm saying. It's like your experience of being in the world is about to be really magical in the sense of like you may feel connected to everyone and everything, like attaining, you know, unity consciousness, Christ consciousness. That's the theme I'm getting. And again, you may not be there right now, but that's the potential for this group. I definitely see, you know, either enlightenment or the potential for that. Share space, telepathy, co-creation, communing, honoring with the Page of Wands. And it's like, if there was ever a time where you found it hard to attract people or situations, it's like, now it's like everything's drawn to you. Like I'm seeing like animals coming towards you, children, people, because you have this like divine scent or divine energy that's kind of, you know, wading through. Like I feel like there's just this energy of like, some of you, I'm getting like almost like a monk, a sage. That's what's coming through. And it's like you walk the earth. You may really be drawn as well to I'm getting like a more simple life or lifestyle or expression. Like you may look unassuming in the sense of, I don't know, like even in silence, like you may not say a lot, or you may be dressed like, you know, very simply or in normal attire, but it's like, I don't know how to explain it. It's like your energy is so vast, it speaks for itself. Some of you as well may be literally like minimalist, or because I keep getting simplicity, like having perhaps a more simple lifestyle or really dedicating your life to spirit, the divine. Look, you literally have portals beneath the infinite potential manifestation vortex. Now, for this group, I don't think all of you are intentionally manifesting this. This is just happening because of your energy. And look, you have for me, these kind of are showing up as portals. Yeah, doorways into now, letting go of the warrior. You're completely letting go of the old self, the conditioning. And it's funny, you had on this card letting go of defenses, and then you have letting go of the warrior. So when I think of that, when there's defenses activated, it's obviously coming from the ego, right? Because the ego is trying to protect you or to keep you safe. So it's like a complete shedding of that energy, like living as source, as consciousness. That's what I'm seeing. And it's like the more you access this divinity within and the more you embody it, it's just like you go, I'm hearing, you know, level up after level up, like the sky is the limit, you know, like when you're in that energy, there is limitless potential for you because you are showing up as limitless consciousness. Some of you have worked to really dissolve. I just heard the mind, but again, when I say the mind, I mean the ego. You have inner child, innocent self-awareness. Yeah, and you've done it using self-awareness practices. Meditation, mindfulness, going within, observation, self-observation. It's like you not untangled yourself, but you observed yourself to such a degree. It's like you hit the core, right? You hit source. I just heard you hit the heart of God. And you also have crystal grid, focus, create with intent. But your energy is so potent. for you now, like manifestation is really simple. Like at the drop of I'm seeing someone like just set the intention, boom, it's there. Like the drop of a hat, like it's really quick. Or, you know, this is someone as well, I feel, who's worked with the mind sufficiently that the mind is nice and quiet and still, or you have greater periods of stillness within the mind. So things can kind of come about in a way there's less resistance, there's less noise. Look at this. You literally have leadership answer the call. You've ignited. I mean, the torch is always lit. For me, this is the divine flame. This is source consciousness within us. But you've fed the flames, right? You've fanned the flames. You've gone within. You've kept nurturing it to the point, like, look, it's like illuminating the path for others. And look at the keys in your hand. It's like you have the keys to unlock this path or doorways for others. I definitely see some of you may be called to teaching, leading, sharing your wisdom, writing, speaking. That's coming through so strong. But it's like with your torch, your consciousness, your enlightenment, your awareness, you are igniting and lighting that flame. And again, the flame is already lit within others, but it may have grown dim, right? Like you are helping to awaken the collective in whatever way resonates with you. And you have, communication, speak up and be heard. So answer the call and speak up and be heard. Leadership and communication, that's definitely your purpose, I'm seeing. And again, there may be new doorways and opportunities that are opening up for you because you have, again, I keep hearing the student has become the teacher, or you've mastered something. You've mastered yourself. You've mastered your embodiment, your level of consciousness, and it's like having an overflow, or it has the potential again to ignite and awaken others. And I feel for many of you, that's why you incarnated. And there's a sense as well of like, if there was with 3 swords, if there was like a painful situation, painful childhood, painful connection, it was like divine diversion in the sense that it was designed or put there not for the reason you may have thought, but to usher you or initiate you on this inner spiritual path. So that's all I have for you. I hope this reading resonates and I hope you have a beautiful day. Hi, group 4. I feel for this group especially, things are about to get very magical. And I also just heard passion ignited. Like there's a sense of, I don't know how to explain it. Like there's a sense of, for some of you, I heard the disillusion of the past, where the past has kind of dissolved, but it's like you've accrued a certain level of wisdom and mastery, not just in this lifetime, in many lifetimes, but through the challenges. It's like now you have all the wisdom, power, strength at your fingertips. Yeah, it's like there could be this really, there's a surge I'm feeling of energy or passion. Some of you could be master numbers because we do have 44 here with the violet flame, but I'm just getting that energy like some of you are literally masters. But and I just heard as well, master, alchemist, magician. You've reached a level of consciousness or mastery of your spiritual gifts where I feel like it's like now you're ready to go. That's what I'm hearing, like full steam ahead with this Knight of Wands. You could really be focused on some sort of manifestation. I'm hearing your manifestation abilities are next level, or even like creative. Like you could notice like your ability to create, to bring things to life, to manifest is just highly charged right now. And again, I feel like for this group, I feel like you spent most of your incarnations as a witch, a shaman, a alchemist, a spiritualist, a priestess. I feel like a lot of you are ancient souls. Like I'm getting Lemuria, Atlantis, Egypt. Like you've been kind of everywhere. And I feel like you've learned so, like your soul is so vast. You have such a backing of energies and skills and divine gifts that it's like this lifetime is about blending them all together. It's like in this lifetime you're like a powerhouse where you have so much at your fingertips. Yeah, like for this group, the world is your oyster and you bring magic wherever you go. People may say like you're really mysterious or you're really your energy is striking. There's something profound, like people may have really profound like downloads or shifts in their energy field when they're around you. And again, this isn't something that you can just easily attain. Like you have to cultivate this, I'm hearing, over lifetimes of spiritual practice, over, you know, understanding, over even difficulties and pain. For this group, you are a transmuter and you have a gift for like seeing through the dark, essentially. Like it's almost like the darkness doesn't fully phase you, or even with a lot of darkness or difficult experiences, you can still see the light beneath it. You can still find that guidance. Some of you could be Scorpios, especially water signs here, but I'm getting Scorpio strong. We do have Aquarius, but there's a sense of like that Scorpio energy where it's like, you know, the rebirth process, alchemizing darkness to light. Like I keep getting that magician energy. I feel like you may be required, you're going to have a lot of energy, right, and a lot of passion, but you may really be working on something, or you may need that energy to create something or build something. And I do think for many of you, it does tie into your purpose. Some of you as well can either astral travel, or you may have the capacity and have had the ability to kind of go into the past, right? To, what would I say, to access, for example, the Akashic records, or it's like you may travel back to a past life, especially ancient Egypt for this group. I don't know, there's something very like Egyptian about your energy, but you may travel into these past lives to kind of gather wisdom or certain techniques, like spiritual techniques you utilized in that lifetime. You also have in the Ten of Swords, Shambhala initiations, retreating to recharge, trusting in the process, Dharma. So again, this ties into your life's mission and why you incarnated. There is a message here though with retreating to recharge. You may need to balance, you know, taking action, because I do see this fiery, intense energy, but there may be a need to kind of pace yourself, right? To balance action with rest, because there is a warning here of the potential to burn out if you don't kind of also go within, take time out, kind of take action, inspired action when necessary, but also know when to pull back and pull your energy back. You may love the color violet or purple in general. Some of you have literally violet or indigo and gold in your aura, in your energy field. But I feel like you are very much on your purpose or on your divine path. And I feel like spirit is helping. I'm also getting leadership energy for this group where, I don't know, you may be called to initiate something. You make a great leader, boss, CEO. You may really suit being self-employed. Like I'm getting like self-initiation, a self-starter. And again, you have a lot of capabilities that you can tap into. You have a lot of gifts, like spiritual gifts, creative gifts, gifts around communication. Yeah, it's like for you, it's like, I'm just seeing someone that has the matrix in their hand and they can like alter like timelines, physical reality. Like you have that potential within you. I'm also getting Saint Germain. And again, Saint Germain ties into this violet flame. You may work with the violet flame to transmute energies, but Saint Germain is coming through. And again, when I think of Saint Germain, I think of manifestation powers. Yeah, it's like you can alter timelines or alter reality. And I mean, we all can to a certain degree, but it's like the level number one, I feel like for this group, you have some sort of ancient or sacred knowledge that you are utilizing or will be tapping into and utilizing for your projects, your dharma, your life purpose. Could be something you teach as well, because you do have Thoth here as well. Thoth light codes, light initiation, great teacher awakening, divine magic. As I said, like this group is just super magical. It's like, it's not so much what magic is coming towards you. It's like the magic is flowing from you out into the world. And again, I'm not saying there won't be opportunities or experiences for you, but it's like you're fully stepping into to the teacher within, to your divine abilities. You may be showcasing them, or you may be sharing or teaching a specific manifestation tool or ability that you possess. And you have here divine masculine, rise of true gentle power, true strength, sitting above the Five of Wands. It's like, again, you know how to balance energies, especially within yourself. Like I'm seeing like shadow and light, and then I'm seeing masculine and feminine polarities. And it's like, you know how to bring everything into a place of union. into a place of balance. When I think of this though, an unhealed divine masculine energy, right, can be very, yes, action oriented, but it's not balanced with rest, right? So there's a sense of being able to take action, but not pushing in a way that either causes burnout or doesn't lead to the best outcome and timing. So I keep getting that energy of making sure that, because you're going to be in like this vibration, or you may already be in this vibration of being really passionate, inspired, go-getter, charging ahead, hard work. There could be something you're really focusing on creating or building, but there's a need to make sure that your energy is still surrendered. I'm hearing like it's not surrender versus force. And it's funny, you have divine masculine and surrender. Release misaligned energies, retune to your truth. Yeah, and it's like they're surrendering certain ideas of how you achieve success. It's like using magnetism and alignment and inspired action to attain it, especially with the star. And it's also this reminder Spirit is bringing through that star that what is meant for you is yours, right? There's not a need, like if you don't get there in time or if you don't make it happen now, you're not going to miss out. That's what I'm getting. Like there's something around timing as well for this group. I don't know, we have 4, and then we have 44 here. You may be seeing repeating 4s, but it also makes me think of stability and foundations. So it could be that your life purpose, your dharma is in this lifetime, you're in it for the long haul. There could be something really profound. Like for this group, you have the potential to create or bring through a legacy or something that lives on, or I just heard a legacy of light, something that helps inspire or teach or serve others. And it's like, in order for you to do that, your foundation has to be very strong, right? You need to make sure and pay attention to every detail as you're building that foundation so that it doesn't crumble when you're trying to construct your house, the palace here. It's like, yeah, you're here to create a palace, not just like a little cottage. That takes more time. So there is a really strong message here of patience as you grow into your divine abilities, your gifts, as more of your purpose is unveiled to you, because Spirit may just give you step by step so that you don't get too far ahead of yourself or you don't burn out. Again, this connection to ancient Egypt. I also think some of you are either shamans or you have been shamans with shamanic wisdom. We have regeneration, acceleration, change. Again, there's going to be a lot of changes that come in. And with that lightning, there's a lot of quick changes, quick ideas, epiphanies. I just feel like there's a lot that you're going to be building and working on. And especially around your purpose, but it will vary for all of you specifically what that entails. I'm just getting this sense of pacing yourself, not burning out. And you have Akasha, strip back and simplify, look to your origins. Some of you can read the Akashic records, especially your own. I think you could read others as well. Some of you are psychics. Like, you have so many spiritual gifts. It's insane. Like, I feel like there's so many spiritual abilities, ancient wisdom, knowledge, even creative abilities and gifts that you can utilize and you have at your disposal. But again, when you're such an ancient soul and you have so much at your fingertips, number one, it can be overwhelming or daunting, but it can also take time to grow into that energy. And it's like, look at this King of Pentacles with the roots. See how the roots are nice and solid and steady before, you know, the tree really can grow and reach its heights, reach its potential. I'm hearing like rare success. You have the potential to create something that lives on. But with Akasha, with it strip back and simplify, look to your origins. Again, it makes me think like step by step, look into that foundation. And look, you have another review and reflection timeout needed. So you have 2 cards now of recharge, taking time out, making sure that you rest, that you're not I just heard burning the candle at both ends, especially that King of Pentacles. You may have noticed in your life as well, there could have been themes around timing. Like you could have felt like, oh, like why am I at a standstill right now? Or why is this not progressing? Why am I not moving ahead quicker? If that's happening now or there's been those periods, again, it's because you have to really deep dive into the soul and access certain knowledge, wisdom, integrate it, you know, embody it. And it can take time, like you don't become the master teacher overnight. There can be a lot of lessons, challenges. You need essentially self-mastery to step into that. And that's what I feel like you may have been doing. But with Thoth as well, like some of you may create or channel something, because I'm thinking of Thoth and the emerald tablets, right? And it's like there's a sense of bringing something through, or I keep mentioning ancient Egypt. Again, there could have been a technique you used, or there's something about the spiritual traditions or the wisdom of ancient Egypt that is significant. And look, you have red. Look, you have 4455, safety, strength, and power. Again, you are safe. You are divinely protected. Again, shamanism. Some of you are definitely shamans, or you have been shamans, and there's a connection to like Native American traditions. But there's a sense, and I just saw someone like using herbs or working with certain herbal remedies also. And look at I feel like, are they horses? There's an energy, your energy is really powerful, right? And it takes time to master that. But I do think you're meant for, yes, power, success. I'm hearing like leadership, teacher, but again, it's true power. It's power that comes and emanates from the soul. I also think you're very powerful. Like you may find that people, I don't want to say are scared of you, but they could be like intimidated by you or your energy field. Oh my God, you literally have 33. You have 33, 44, 55. So there's a sense of steps as well, like taking it step by step. You have dimensional gateway and invitation. Again, this beautiful golden energy, but it's like you're walking through or moving through this gateway. But I keep hearing like, be patient with yourself as you activate some of these energies. Some of you through your meditations or spiritual practices are able to access information you weren't previously, or you're accessing your Akashic records or certain spiritual knowledge you held in other lifetimes. Like some of you may be astral traveling, or you may have past lives and information kind of emerge, even through like, I'm seeing someone like channeling information. Some of you have a really strong connection with Thoth, and there could be something around like communication, writing, speaking, because that's what Thoth represents, as well as manifestation and magic. So that's all I have for you. I hope this reading resonates, and I hope you have a beautiful day.